The rise of the ultimate hero, the heart of humanity. Imagine this: the God of Abraham is setting the stage for his main man, the Messiah, the ultimate hero for Earth. This was all planned out centuries in advance. First up, we have King David, a major figure among the Jews and a prophet who saw far into the future. Over 1,500 years before Jesus Christ stepped onto the scene, David was already leaving clues. In Psalm 22, he wrote lines that Jesus would echo during his toughest time on the cross. "They're all laughing at me. They've pinned my hands and feet. They're even tossing dice for my clothes. My God, why have you abandoned me?" Jesus came directly from King David's lineage. But David wasn't the only one talking about Jesus' arrival. About 700 years before Jesus was born, Isaiah was spreading the news too. So, it was a long-term plan for Jesus Christ to come into the world, orchestrated by the God of Abraham. And Mary being chosen as his mother wasn't random. Here's the scoop: Mary's folks, Joachim and Anne, really wanted a child but had no luck. Joachim was related to King David, and Anne had ties to Aaron, the priest. They prayed and prayed for a child. Then, while Joachim was out in the desert praying and Anne was home, an angel told them they'd be parents. Anne was overjoyed and promised to dedicate their child to the Temple of Jerusalem. 9 months later, Mary was born, special from the start and prepared to be Jesus' mother, born without original sin. When Mary was 3, in line with Anne's vow, she was dedicated to the Jerusalem temple. God even sent a team of angels, led by a top-tier archangel, to make sure Mary had everything from her daily needs to top-notch education. She was being prepared to be the mother of God's Son. Mary nailed her divine role. She raised Jesus with love, support, and kindness, setting a high standard for motherhood. Before he died, Jesus made sure his mother would be taken care of by John, his closest friend. After Jesus' death, early Christians faced persecution for their beliefs. John, ensuring Mary's safety, took her to Ephesus in today's Turkey, with a close group of believers. Mary became a beacon of hope for those risking everything for their faith in Jesus. Without her, Christianity might not have become the major force it is today. So, Mary easily wins the title of history's most important woman. A new perspective on Jesus' mom, starting with the angel Gabriel's stunning announcement. Stories of Mary delves into lesser-known aspects of Mary's life, before and after the Gospels. This project highlights her legacy, focusing on her humility, resilience, and the silent strength that guided her. It challenges us to think about her role as the ultimate mother figure in Christianity, presenting a portrayal that's as heavenly as it is down to earth. This isn't just rehashing history, it's a journey into the heart of Christianity's infancy, with Mary as the guide. By combining detailed historical research with creative storytelling, Stories of Mary celebrates not just Jesus' mother, but a key figure whose influence echoes through time. It invites readers to dive into a story that deepens our appreciation for the intricate web of religious narratives, connecting faith with the pursuit of historical truth. Acknowledging the gaps in historical records, Stories of Mary finds a sweet spot between factual accuracy and inspired storytelling to bring to life moments that history often skips. It zooms in on Mary's role as a universal mother, exploring her emotional and psychological layers, and advocates for a wider understanding of religious history that recognizes women's crucial roles.
The challenge of writing the life of the best and greater woman in all times of humanity. Stories of Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. Very little, almost nothing, is written in the sacred books about Mary, the mother of Jesus. After several years of digital research, Morris Ferrari managed to find precious information from very diverse sources. He primarily focused on proven information, sacred texts from the three main sacred books of humanity: Bible, Torah, and Quran. When nothing had been written or cited, it was for apocryphal books, Bible, historical books, and mainly the popular tradition that was transmitted in written or oral form from generation to generation for more than 2 millennia. The story, composed by Morris Ferrari and later narrated in his book Stories of Mary, unlike the traditional narratives about the nativity of Jesus Christ made available in thousands of other versions for centuries and centuries, begins early, even before the birth of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and goes far beyond the crucifixion of his son Jesus, also bringing a little about the life of Mary in Ephesus in Turkey, when she was cared for and supported by a community of new Christians, led by the Apostle John, named by Jesus Christ as son of Mary and her caregiver, in her last moments of agony on the cross. Stories of Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, is captivating, moving, and touches the soul and heart of readers. Morris Ferrari hopes to please everyone in a majority way. Of course, 100% consensus is impossible for any literary work. In the creation of Stories of Mary, a book of significant breadth and depth, it becomes imperative to acknowledge the contributions of the illustrious masters of painting whose works depict various episodes from Mary's life. The era encapsulated within these pages saw the world through the eyes of these maestros, where today's advanced photographic technologies are paralleled by the keen observations and imaginative visions of these historic figures. Their creative prowess was fueled by vibrant imaginations and an abundant flair for innovation. The landscape of Western religious art, spanning the first 2 millennia post-Christ, was marked by an intense burst of creativity. This period was characterized by an impressive array of exceptional painters, supported by the generous patronage of both the ecclesiastical hierarchy and the influential aristocracy. It was a remarkable era, dominated by nobility and royalty who were keen on consolidating their power, often seeking to curry favor with the prevailing religious authorities. To this end, they lavishly funded painters, sculptors, artisans, musicians, and vocalists, ensuring that artists endorsed by the church were amply rewarded. Stories of Mary is adorned with the creations of these distinguished artists, showcasing their extraordinary contributions. The artworks, now revered and safeguarded in prestigious museums or esteemed private collections, represent a legacy of unparalleled value, with many pieces commanding prices in the millions. This tome features over 77 reproductions of these magnificent artworks, alongside a dozen vintage photographs, weaving through the narrative of Stories of Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. The roster of unforgettable artists includes Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, James Tissot, Raphael, Edwin Long, Caravaggio, Titian, El Greco, Mattia Preti, Paolo Veronese, Heinrich Bloch, Vasily Grigorevich Perov, Hans Memling, Eustache Lesueur, Lazzaro Baldi, Pietro Perugino, and many more. These luminaries are celebrated globally for their seminal religious works, spanning from antiquity, through the medieval period, and into modern and contemporary eras. Revolutionizing digital literature: the challenge. Bringing the past to life. And here's the cool part: Stories of Mary by Morris Ferrari is changing up the reading game. Imagine mixing ebooks with real-life collectible cards. Sounds awesome, right? This book brings stories off the page, letting you hold a piece of the story while you read on your device. It's for anyone who loves a good tale but misses the feel of a real book. Plus, it's eco-friendly, which is a big plus. Turning pages into experiences. But it's not just about the unique format. This book goes deep, encouraging everyone to think about empathy, courage, and faith, inspired by Mary's life. In today's wild world, Mary's story is like a breath of fresh air, urging us to be better and spread more love and understanding. So, it's not just a book. It's a journey into the heart, reminding us of what's truly important through one of Christianity's key figures. And yeah, it's about reconnecting with those hard-to-find vibes of love and spirituality. Sending stories of Mary to someone. Stories of Mary breaks the mold. Morris Ferrari isn't just telling a story, he's creating a whole new experience for book lovers. Blending digital convenience with tangible collectibles like cards is revolutionary. It's for people who miss traditional books but also dig into the digital era. And it's not just about reading, it's about collecting, sharing, and holding on to something real. Sending stories of Mary to someone is like sharing a piece of your heart. These stories are meant to be shared and cherished, not just read. It's a new way of giving a book, turning it into a special gift that keeps on giving. So, in short, Stories of Mary is a whole new way to read, a call to think and feel more deeply, and a gentle reminder to care for our planet. All wrapped in a timeless story, ready to be shared from one person to another, from one heart to another.